yet. And in fact, we have very little information to go on. I mean, as I said, it looks kind of like we're somewhere in Virginia, or at least somewhere um, in rural New England. Uh, but there's not really a heavy indication of what time we're looking at. I mean, this is obviously probably post 1900s with the telephone pole. But it really could be. It could be 1947. It could be 1978. So unclear about what time it is. Unclear about the location. Unclear about the nature of the narrator himself, which is always really intriguing. You know, when you start off a story and you just are very efficient and very minimalist in how many details you give to the viewer. So we'll just have to see if. Well then, that is definitely a blood spatter on train. Do I really want to enter this? Turn that off. Forward, back. Doesn't seem to do anything. Doesn't seem to do anything. What's in here? I guess I need to like restore power up here, or of course I wouldn't really want to restore power and run this train off that incomplete bridge there. Okay. It'd be really neat if they this actually like that's not even a puzzle or anything, you know, if they just left some extra stuff for you to interact with. It's kind of like a red herring, you know. It's kind of silly that in most adventure games, like every single object that you find that you can interact with is useful in some way, you know. Certainly be a lot more realistic if they just had tons of stuff you could play around and dig around with, but wasn't actually important to the main story at all. Alright, so do we go to the path of the left, to the right? Doesn't matter, because the game is not holding our hands all the way down the same path. I really need to let that go. I need to just move past that, be like, okay, these guys are hipsters, and be cool with that. Alright. Anything up here in the woods to look for? No. Now, once again, like every time... I've really got to police myself on that once again. One thing I do like to do is try to like balance my criticisms. So if I say something negative about a game, I immediately start looking for something positive that I can compliment. And I've already complimented quite a lot. Like, it's very pretty, very photorealistic. That's definitely a triumph. Good atmosphere so far. But I also want to kind of give the developers kudos for not taking the Alan Wake route, where like as soon as you get dropped into the story, immediate action sequence. It's like, let's get a tornado chasing you or something. And that is a trend in modern AAA gaming that... That's interesting. Now, it does seem we're taking like a legitimate detective kind of approach to this, where they just show you a clue, but they don't necessarily tell you what it means, which is refreshing. Let's see, rope. Can I actually interact with the rope in any way? So there's no blood. Ties are cut here. One's tied and one's not tied. Well, it certainly does start wasting questions. And I was saying that the trend with modern AAA games tends to be like developers know that we all have short